What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Prime Survival. And in today's episode, we are going to be using our village to get ourselves some diamond armor. It is a great way to get ourselves a bunch of diamonds, essentially, because we're going to be skipping the finding diamonds part and going straight to getting ourselves some armor. So we're going to be showing you guys how to do that today. But before we do that, we're going to have to get ourselves some emeralds because we're going to need to do some trading with our villagers. Now, really quick before we start the episode, we actually have a zombie villager here because one of our villagers actually somehow escaped the wall. I'm not sure. He definitely didn't use our bridge. I don't know how he got out. I've done a complete lap of the wall, and other than the bridge, I can't see of any plausible way that he got out here. Unless it was some kind of bug, but he got out here nevertheless, and he got attacked by a zombie, and before I noticed, he was already turned into a zombie villager. It's possible that he actually spawned out here, but I think he actually escaped. But nevertheless, we put him in a minecart, you can see in there, so he can't move, and we surrounded him with this little wooden fort here so we can protect him from the sun, because we're going to use this guy in a later episode to show you guys how to actually cure zombie villagers and turn them back into villagers, and the bonuses that you get from doing so. But for a little while, this guy is going to be sitting here in his little hut, so if you see me walking past this little hut in the side of the hill here, you know what it's for, and we have our little zombie villager friend chilling in there, and you can see in the bottom right hand corner in the subtitles there that he is just groaning away. But what we're going to have to do before we do this is we're going to get some emeralds. So we're going to go ahead and harvest our sugarcane and trade some of them in for emeralds, and we're also going to harvest our pumpkins. So I will be right back while we do that. Now, while we're cutting down all of this sugarcane here, I'll point out that you can run along like we suggested in our video where we actually made the sugarcane farm, and just sprint like so and collect all of the sugarcane while you go. You'll most likely catch 99% of it. You know, sometimes a random piece will get missed, but you know, one piece out of a potential 120 or so in the row is not so bad. And we just kind of sprint like this and collect it on both sides as we go and just run back and forth. And we fill up our inventory like so. However, there is another strategy that I like to use when I'm in a bit of a rush. And I'm going to show you guys that here real quick. It's going to require a little bit of dexterity with your mouse, but nevertheless, you shouldn't have too much trouble with it with a bit of practice. And I apologize for you guys in advance for this, because this is probably going to look horrible in the recording because it hurts my eyes to do this, and it'll probably hurt your eyes to watch. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to sprint while waving our mouse back and forth so we actually get two rows at the same time. And that's going to look something like this. Oh, hold on. I actually got to click, huh? So it's going to look like this. Now you need to make sure you don't accidentally aim down and break the base. And sometimes, depending on how you do this, you can miss a piece here or there. And you can stuff this up without any practice. But there we go. We did two rows in the same amount of time as we would normally do one. We can see we missed a little bit here because the pieces that actually fly out to the, far to the side, we won't catch when we're running straight down the middle. But if you want to, you know, break down all your sugarcane very, very quickly, that is a good strategy to use. As long as you don't mind squinting your eyes a little bit while you're doing the run. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these last couple rows so we can trade them for some emeralds, and I'll be right back again. Alright, so we finished our sugarcane farm and we're just working on the pumpkins now, and doing this as much as I have been recently for the amount of emeralds that I've been needing for the enchantments we did last episode, and the the emeralds we're going to actually need this episode. It's making me think that the next time we get a little bit of diamonds, we're going to have to need a diamond axe with a bit of efficiency on it, because it will save us so much time when it comes to cutting down all of these pumpkins. And I actually go through so much iron cutting down these pumpkins. It takes like almost a full iron axe and a bit more of a second one just to get through all of these pumpkins when they're fully grown. But it does kind of equal like 2 full stacks of emeralds almost every time I harvest it. So it is very well worth it, and we do get a lot of value out of just harvesting these pumpkins, but I could obviously tune up the efficiency on this just a little bit and make it a bit faster for myself. And you know, I can't complain, because this is pretty good for a manual pumpkin farm, and like I said, it's getting me a ton of value this early on in my survival run. So we're going to finish up these, and then we're going to go head in and trade all these in for some emeralds, and we'll come back when we have a nice bag full of emeralds ready to set up this trading situation and get ourselves some diamond armor. Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of paper from our sugarcane and a whole lot of pumpkins as well, and we're going to go ahead and start trading these in for a few emeralds. Now, a quick tip that I'll give you guys is when you're trading with a bunch of farmers and things like that, obviously not all of them are going to have pumpkin trades, but the easiest way to find the ones with pumpkin trades or any other trade that you might be specifically looking for is to hold the item you want to trade out in your hand, like I'm holding the pumpkin right now, and the farmers willing to trade will actually hold out an emerald in their hand, like this guy is right here. You see this guy is willing to trade us some pumpkins, so that's great. I'm going to go ahead and trade him. This guy also wants to trade us some pumpkins, so we can trade with him as well. Let's see, is anyone else here? You guys want some pumpkins? You want some pumpkins? Anyone else? Let's see, come on, you. Okay, this guy as well, awesome. Alright, we got a few more pumpkins. Any of you guys? This guy has some. Great. Alright, so we're almost got rid of all of our pumpkins here. We're going to go over and trade all of our paper now. Alright, now when it comes to trading paper, you actually get a ridiculous amount of sugarcane from our farm. So you go through and trade a whole bunch of paper at any one time. And I actually have quite a few paper trades available to me because of all of the enchanters that I have. Sorry, all of the librarians that I have. But I still get way too much paper in a single harvest to actually clear out all of the paper that I end up with. So we're going to do all the trades here, and then we'll actually skip forward and hopefully... Oh, this guy actually is hiding in here and he has a pumpkin trade. That works out nicely. And we're going to go skip forward until we have all of our emeralds, and we're going to go set up our diamond armor trade. Alright, so we can see just here we have quite a few diamonds from the trades we just did. So from harvesting our sugarcane farm one time and our pumpkin farm one time, we got just over 4 stacks of emeralds. I'm going to go ahead and keep 1 stack in my inventory here, and we'll leave a couple spare ones in this chest in the middle of the area here that we got. And we're going to go ahead and build ourselves some blast furnace. Now, blast furnace are similar to regular furnaces, except they will only let you smelt iron ores and any kind of ore, basically. So gold ore, iron ore, any ore that you need to smelt in order to get, you know, your iron ingots or whatever out of them. They will not let you harvest anything else other than ores, and you can actually smelt armor pieces and weapons and things like that too. So you can smelt, say, a gold armor piece or a gold chest piece, and it will give you either some gold ingots or some gold nuggets from that. So we're going to go ahead and craft one of them. Alright, so in order to actually craft yourself some blast furnaces, you're going to need some smooth stone. To get some smooth stone, we're going to take some cobblestone, and we're going to need a total of 12 here. So I'm going to take 12, 2 stacks of 6, and we're going to actually place them into our regular furnace here. Let's take this stake out. We actually have quite a bit of that. Let's throw that in there as well. And we're going to wait for these to cook. And once we have stone, we're going to filter them and put them back through the furnace one more time to turn our stone into smooth stone. Alrighty, so our stone is finished smelting, and we're going to throw it back in and filter it back through one more time and smelt it once again to get ourselves some smooth stone. And we're going to need 3 of these for each blast furnace that we're making, and we're going to make a total of 4 today. Now, in order to get a blast furnace, you're going to have to take a regular furnace and upgrade it. So we're going to go ahead and make 4 regular furnaces here and leave them in our inventory. And we're going to sit here and we're going to wait for our smooth stone to be ready, and then we can make ourselves some blast furnaces. Alright, so we have all of the ingredients we need to make ourselves a blast furnace, and the recipe for that is you're going to place 3 smooth stone at the base of the crafting table, a furnace in the middle, and then surround it with iron ingots like so, and you'll get yourself a blast furnace. So we're going to go ahead and make 3 more of those when this last bit of smooth stone is done, and we're going to have a total of 4 blast furnaces to work with here. Alright, now similarly to our little house over here with all of our enchanters in it, we will most likely turn our little blast furnace house into, well, we'll turn it into a house eventually, but we're not going to do that in today's episode today. We're just going to be covering the functionality of it all. So we're going to go ahead and place 4 blast furnaces down here like this, and we're just going to leave them there, because eventually our spare villagers that don't have a role yet, there should be more than enough, because we simply have a ton of beds down here, giving a home to all of our villagers, and some of them are going to wander over and take up the trades of armorers or armorsmith. So what we're going to do here is we're going to need to level these guys up. Now ideally for the level 1 trade, you actually want iron boots to be available here. So what we're going to do is we're going to break, I think it was this furnace that belonged to that guy. No, it actually wasn't. Was it not that furnace? Okay, look, we're gonna break all of them down again and replace them, just because we'd ideally want the first of our the first of our armorers to actually have. Oops, we're not gonna place that one there. We actually want our first armorer at least to have iron boots available, and that's simply because it's gonna save us emeralds in the long run. We're gonna go ahead and sleep here because we want our villagers to come out in the daytime. And that's because in order to level them up past rank 1, you actually have to purchase iron armor from them, which is why we're going to need so many emeralds. And the cheapest trade available is going to be the iron leggings, which is going to go for about 4 emeralds, as opposed to like 7 or 9 with the leggings or the chest plate or the breastplate. So we'll wait for our armorer buddy to come back up here, and it doesn't look like he actually reset. He is on a path to God knows where. Our villagers seem to have a strange attraction to our Japanese-style building over there. I'm guessing these guys are a bunch of weebs, but see, this guy, he doesn't seem to actually want to reset. They just want to kind of hang out in here. You can see that we have like 2 farmers, 2 regular villagers, and a librarian that's not actually in here, just kind of stuck in this building. So maybe we're gonna have to change something with the trapdoors. I'm not sure what the deal is, but they kind of just path in here, and then they don't want to leave. So maybe we'll have to remove the door or something, or kind of create some sort of pathway that the villagers can't use, because they have a weird obsession with trapping themselves in this room. Alright, so I've gone ahead and actually removed all of the trapdoors on the windows in this building here, simply because it was causing too many troubles with all of our villagers, and I'm going to see if that is actually what it was causing them to all path in here and get kind of stuck. And if that's the case, I may have to just replace the windows with stained glass or something along those lines, but which is a big shame, because the partition style looking of the birch trapdoors was quite nice for the Japanese style we were going for, but we really want this guy to get out of here. Come on, let's go. Thank you. All right. Now we want you to path over here. Now this guy actually hasn't reset. There we go. That's what we were looking for. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place these down once again. And hopefully a few of these guys are actually going to be able to path over here now and become armorers finally. There we go. Alright, so this guy's got leggings, not the greatest. And this guy got boots. That's great. Alright, so I think this bench belonged to this guy here. So we're going to go ahead and, yep, break that one. And place another one. And see if he won't pick another one. There we go. Alright, he got boots as well. Great. Alright, so eventually we're going to get a couple extra armorers show up here. But what we're going to do is to ensure that these guys stay boot armorers, we're going to go ahead and actually trade with these guys for a bunch of boots to level them up. Now, this may seem like a waste of emeralds, and it kind of is, but at least you can salvage a little bit of this by kind of throwing these all into the blast furnace and getting some of your iron back. It's not going to give you a great amount, but nevertheless, it's at least you're earning something back for what you're paying for. Now, the next part of this is kind of rough. He is now only willing to take iron ingots for emeralds, which is going to give us a decent chunk of the level, but you know, iron ingots for us right now, because we haven't got around to making ourselves an iron farm just yet, are actually pretty scarce, and I don't want to really go mining for hundreds of iron ingots to trade with these guys. So what we might actually have to do is trade a whole bunch of boots with these guys until we level them up, or we might just have to kind of suck it up and get as many iron ingots as we possibly can to trade with these guys. But let's go ahead and buy some boots off this guy as well. We kind of don't want to buy too many more than we necessarily have to, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple more stacks of emeralds here and buy off this guy. Let's see, come on, my dude. There, he's even got a sale for me. Perfect. He's selling me them for 3 emeralds a piece instead of 4. That's great, my dude. Alright, so this guy is going to level up here, and he's going to offer to sell us chainmail boots. Now, this is what we were looking for, because this is a similar situation where we can actually buy chainmail boots now for a similar amount of XP, and this is only going to cost us 1 emerald a piece as well. So once we clear up some inventory space here, we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've got some inventory space now, and we're going to go ahead and buy a bunch of chainmail boots off this guy right here until he levels up. And this is only going to cost us about 12 or so emeralds, I think. So that's not too bad. And we'll level this guy up. And go ahead, there we go, he's leveled up. And now he is willing to sell us shields for 1 emerald AP. So that's actually really great as well. So we're going to go ahead and buy a bunch of shields and level this guy up once more. And then he should actually begin to offer us diamond pieces. But we're actually out of space here, so we're just going to throw some of these shields on the ground. Oops, I actually dropped some emeralds, that's no good. We're going to actually keep these shields because we go through shields quite fast. And we're going to go ahead and just pop all of these in here and go ahead and pick up our diamonds again. And this guy should have leveled up in that time, so let's see. There we go. So he is willing to sell us some diamond leggings and some diamond boots for 13 and 23 emeralds respectively. So we can definitely afford this. Absolutely no problem. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy one of each of these for ourselves. And I know what you might be thinking, these are actually already enchanted, and sometimes they may have bad enchantments on them. That is fine, because we can actually remove the enchantments off these, and we'll cover that in a moment. There we go, we got the advancement called Cover Me with Diamonds, even though I've only got 2 pieces right now. I don't actually have the full set of diamond armor, but we're going to go ahead and continue to smelt all of these chainmail and iron boots to get rid of them. And we'll put the rest of these shields in here, and I have a random torch. That's kind of bugging me. Let's go ahead and just place a torch down here somewhere to kind of light the area. We don't want any zombies spawning here at night. Alright, so we'll stack that up, and we really want to just get rid of all of these things out of our inventory. I really just am trying not to be wasteful here and just throw them away. And I'm trying to get a little bit of our iron back so it's not too... yeah. Alright, so that will be the last of our chainmail boots. We got a little bit of inventory space freed up, and it's actually lunchtime, so these guys have decided to group up in the town square. We can still come over here and trade with this guy. I think it's this one. No, it's actually this guy right here. And we're going to try and level this guy up to a master in order to... his trade for his shield has gone up to 4 emeralds now. That's unfortunate. It's actually going to be cheaper, though, for us to continue to buy chainmail boots, simply because it's going to give us half the amount of XP as the shield, but it's only going to cost us 2 emeralds instead of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy a couple more of these chainmail boots. We're going to have to feed them back into the blast furnaces, which is not a big deal. Hopefully he doesn't run out of them by the time we want to level up. Here we go. Yeah, okay, I had a feeling that would happen. So we're going to have to buy 1 shield just to level him up here. And then he should offer us, yes, there we go. We have a diamond helmet and a diamond chestplate. So we don't even have to even bother trading with our other friend. Okay, you're going to sell us this? There we go. We have a full set of diamond armor. How easy was that? It's great. Alright, did we even trade with our other villager? It doesn't matter. We actually only need to keep 1 blast furnace here now because although, you know, we only wanted that for the 4 pieces, and there is a little bit of RNG involved. You may have to do multiple armorers in order to get all of the 4 pieces, because sometimes they will offer you something other than a diamond chestplate, but this is great. We have all 4 pieces here, and now we're going to try to disenchant these guys. Alright, so for the time being, while it's nighttime, I'm going to need you guys to ignore the fact that we have an inventory full of chainmail boots, and we're going to make ourselves a grindstone. So to do that, we're going to need a couple... where are my stone slabs? Okay, there we go. 1 stone slab is all we need. And then we're going to have to take 2 acacia slabs. It can be any wooden slab. Actually, no. Do we need acacia slabs? Well, no, we need planks, I do believe. So we're going to take 2 acacia planks. And then we're going to actually make a couple sticks. And this is going to allow us to make our grindstone. So to make a grindstone, you simply place a stick, like, a stone slab like so. 2 sticks either side. And then 2 planks beneath them like that, in that figuration like so, and you'll get yourself a grindstone. A grindstone is going to allow us to disenchant any piece of gear, so armor pieces, weapons, tools, anything you would like. It's going to allow us to disenchant them, and we're going to put this just here next to our actual our anvil right here. Now this is a villager's workstation, so someone's going to come up and actually try to use this, which is a little bit annoying. But what we can do is we can put our diamond chestplate with protection 1, unbreaking 1. Blech, we don't want those bad enchantments. And we can go ahead and pop it out the other side, unenchanted. And this is going to be an easy way for us to get base diamond armor ready to enchant. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to enchant some of this. But before we do that... we're going to need to get probably a little bit more XP. So I can either go out hunting some monsters, or I can go trade with some more villagers and get some XP. But we're most likely going to need a little bit more XP. So, Actually, you know what? We don't need to do all of them right here, right now, but what we are going to do is we're actually going to get rid of these chainmail boots and get them smelting so we can get them out of our inventory. But let's go ahead and grab a couple more of our emeralds here through these shields. I got so many shields here now. It's going to be a while before I run out of those. And we're going to trade with our villagers a little bit to try and get a couple more enchantments for some of our gear. Now, I'm actually going to break another couple of these because, like I said, I'm not actually planning on keeping this enchanting table here, so I don't need it to be max rank. And I'm going to take some of the books for our enchantments because we need them for the trades. And we're going to go ahead and get some mending enchantments. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 of those because we're going to put it in every single piece. And then we need our protection rank 4 guy. Now, where is our protection rank 4 guy? I think our protection rank 4 guy is the one that's over in that house over there. So we're actually going to go ahead and sleep here and pass the night. So that guy can actually come out of his little hidey hole and trade us some protection for enchantments here. Alright, there you are, my friend. We found him. He was wandering around in the village. And we can buy ourselves some protection rank 4 here. Now, these are actually a pretty expensive trade. He wants 43 emeralds. So we're actually going to be able to only afford 1 for now, which is fine. All we have to do is just go farm a few more emeralds, and we should be able to handle all of our enchantments anyway. But in the meantime, we're actually going to throw mending on all of these because we're going to need to farm some XP before doing so anyway. And some base diamond armor is never going to be a bad thing for us to help us farm some monsters. So we're going to go ahead and put our diamond chestplate first, and we're going to put mending on it first and foremost. It's going to cost us 2 levels. That is absolutely fine. And we're going to go ahead and put mending on all of these here so we can keep them forever, basically. Because as long as we have mending on a piece, any XP we get is going to help repair them, which is great. And we're going to go ahead and put protection 4, which is the max rank of protection, on our chest piece here, which is perfect. And that's probably going to be all we're going to handle today because we're out of emeralds. We only got 1 measly emerald left, which is a bit sad, but we're not too worried about that. So I'm going to be here smelting the rest of these chainmail boots for a little bit longer now. Luckily for us, we don't actually have to deal with any other armorers. We can just leave our master here, and anytime we need an additional piece of this diamond armor, we can just come up and buy from him. Same with our shields. He's got our 1 emerald shield trade back again, so that's great. We don't even have to actually use iron to make a shield anymore. So I'm going to go ahead, and once these are done and I'm finished using these to smelt these chainmail boots here, I'm actually going to go ahead and lift up all of these 3 spare blast furnaces because I might use them myself somewhere later on, and these guys don't need them. So we may build a very small shack around our perfect little armorer here, and who knows, maybe I'll actually give him a name tag and a special name later on because he was so kind to us to offer us all of these diamond pieces at such favorable prices. I appreciate you, my friend. You're you're a good villager. One of my favorites so far. So thank you. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode, my guys. That is the way to get easy diamond armor for your character in Minecraft Survival through the use of a village and a armor villager. So we look great. We're nice and blue. Not quite at that stage where we're going to go and get some netherite and that just yet. That's going to be new to me, and I haven't done any of that kind of stuff yet. So that's exciting. I'm pretty excited to go into the nether at some point. And now that we're decked out in diamonds, maybe we can be a bit safer to do that. Oh, perfect timing. Before we end the video, let's fight this enderman who just teleported away. Never mind. I think he was actually trying to steal some of my books. But we're going to end the episode there, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is, I think, the 11th episode of Prime Survival, so we're pumping through the episodes pretty quickly, and I think by, double digits, we're at 11th episode now, and we got ourselves some diamond armor that's beginning to be enchanted, and our George pickaxe over here, which has some perfect enchantments on it. We've had a good time here, and we're progressing quite rapidly, so I'm excited for the future of this series. If you enjoyed the video today, guys, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to discuss anything Minecraft, feel free to join my Discord and discuss some things over there with the community. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video of Prime Survival. Cheers, guys.